Hi everyone, so today I am going to be making Moroccan slow cooker stew. Yay! So far I have heated up a squash in order to make it easier, a butternut squash, in order to make it easier to cut up and to get all the seeds out and etc. And then I will be cutting it into half-inch chunks. So that's in the works. And then over here we are sauteing some onion with garlic. So there is one whole onion in there and the equivalent of a clove of garlic minced up. I used one of these nifty little jars that has minced garlic, so I only had to use half of a teaspoon. So that makes things a lot easier. Don't have to worry about opening up a garlic clove or anything. So I'm not going to make you guys sit here and watch me saute some onions or cut up a butternut squash. So once that gets done, I will come back and show you the progress. Hi again everyone. So I realized that I totally did not tell you what I meant by cooking the squash, because obviously that's not what I'm doing yet if I'm slow cooking it. So what I did was poke a few holes in the butternut squash with a fork and then microwaved it for 6 minutes. This gave it a softer texture, so it was easier to cut up and remove the skin and remove the inside seedy nasty part that's resemblant of a pumpkin. So weird, but yes. So here is the finished cut up butternut squash. As you can see, they're about half an inch pieces about. So that's good and ready to go into the slow cooker. And then over here we have our onions with garlic. It's a little bit brown. I'm horrible at multitasking. If you're making this recipe, you should definitely aim for a less brown onion. So we are going to take all of this and put it in the slow cooker along with the butternut squash and a few more ingredients. I'm going to show you those ingredients in a minute because unfortunately I live by myself and only have 2 hands and I cannot do things that well, as we can see by the slightly burnt onions. I'll be right back. Alright, hi again everybody. So here is the exciting part where we add everything together into our lovely slow cooker. So as you can see, we already have our onions, garlic, and squash in the slow cooker. So next we're going to add about half a cup of vegetable broth. Next, we're going to add a 15-ounce cans of garbanzo beans. Now, the recipe doesn't call for these to be added until the very end after you've cooked it for 6 hours. However, a lot of the reviews said that the garbanzo beans did not cook if you added them at the end. So we're just going to go ahead and add it now, just to be on the safe side. Plus, I love the taste of garbanzo beans, so if it adds to it, then good. Yay! Next, we're going to add a cup of diced / crushed tomatoes. We're going to add that in there. Next, we're going to add a little over a cup of carrots. And now time for our lovely spices. So first we have half of a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. This is what gives this dish such a nice kick to it. And we're going to add half a teaspoon of cinnamon. So this is kind of helps sweeten it out a little bit. And then finally we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. Now, I love the taste of cumin. I know a lot of people are not crazy about it, so feel free to add less if you so desire. So now that we have all of our ingredients put into our pot, we are going to go ahead and give it a nice mix. We want everything to be able to seep together and kind of cook down and get a nice mixed flavor. So then you're just going to flatten it back down. Make sure we get it all nice and cooked, scraped off the sides. So next what you're going to do is come down to your crock pot, and we are going to cook on low heat for 6 hours. I'm trying to get, there we go. So you can see low heat for 6 hours. And this automatically starts once you put the time in. So now we just close the lid. And then in 6 hours we will check back and have a lovely Moroccan stew. Okay, so we have now waited 6 hours. About 5 minutes before it finished, I added a little bit of salt to it and went ahead and mixed it up. So now we're going to open it. As you can see, we have a nice, lovely Moroccan stew. Yay! And this is great because it makes a lot, and I'm going to freeze it, which is good because I need meals for a long time. Hope everybody enjoyed this installment of Brittany Boyer's Kitchen.